Holy smokes, it's task 10. Wow, you guys enjoyed me.
All right.
You just made me say that alone.
Thank you for introducing the stream, Marvis. That was the plan, by the way. That Marvis was, and only Marvis was gonna introduce the stream.
No.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Past comp on my YouTube channel. Haven't done this for 4 years. This is so if you don't understand why we're doing this, there was actually a stream yesterday, but for no fault of the streamer did an amazing job. It was just really difficult to follow, so I've gone ahead, I've retimed all the runs, I've reorganized the stream notes, and we're going to be going through them again. So hopefully everyone can enjoy the task for what it is.
I don't know the results, so this is going to be rather interesting. Also, hi, I'm Jellopuff.
Yeah, so let me introduce the peoples. So we've got myself, Kirio04. We've got Jellopuff.
Hi.
We've got Marvis.
Hello.
And we've got Sumbro.
That's me.
Resident second place competitor in the call here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
now
now
this-
So,
maybe-
yeah, the task that we're doing today, and yesterday, and 3 weeks ago, really, using the provided bingo board, complete a row, a column, and a diagonal across 3 rows. And the big important rule is you just can't use any line used in Special Task 1. And that's really it.
So, what happened in Special Task 1, Curio?
So in Special Task 1, we actually introduced the bingo board for the first time. Let me show it on screen. So this is it. And so column 1, row 3, and row 4 were used in the Special Task 1 results. And so just to make things interesting, we're saying, please don't use those lines. You can use the cells in them if they happen to be in a different line, but yeah. So you can use row 1, row 2, row 5, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, diagonal 1, and diagonal 2. That's it.
That's right. Also, we're not being paid overtime for doing this, so you better give us some respect.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Yes. Legal
Maybe,
reason.
maybe
What, do
not.
you have lawyers? I don't. That's not
So-
an invitation, by the way.
Yeah, we'll be referring to this several times through this stream, but I'm just gonna hide it again. So the fun part about today, we're gonna be doing this in 3 parts. We're gonna start off and show all of the row runs, like all the runs that use a row, from slowest to fastest, and then I'll give an update on the results at that point, and then we'll go
For
through
those who
the.
aren't aware,
We'll
a
go through,
row is like a line that goes sideways.
and then we'll go through all the column runs from slowest to fastest.
What are those? What are columns?
It goes like up and down.
Okay. And then I'll give an
of
update to
course.
the results at that point, and then we'll go through the diagonals. And what are diagonals?
Hey, what's the diagonal?
Wait, you've lost
I have
me.
no idea.
We'll find out what those are later on. But
Alright,
yeah,
okay.
after that point, we'll be able to see what the final results are. And as a little treat at the end, not only will I tell you what the next task is, but I'll give you the set score. So the results of the past 5 tasks.
That's right.
But
I
yeah,
know.
I guess we should probably start.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think that's the right
And one
play.
thing that would be really useful is if I actually wrote down the stream notes, because I currently haven't pasted them anywhere.
All right.
So while I do that, you guys should
us a
talk to the chat.
Alright,
Diagonals
so
are like
we
half
have
a row and
Wally.
half a column or something.
We have
I-
Epic in chat.
Yeah, I guess that's a way of putting. Well,
Hey guys,
Yeah.
Dingus.
so what? Are we just reading off the names of the people in the chat?
I don't know.
That's
We gotta fill in this fill in the space.
What game is this?
Oh, this is Mario Kart Wii. It's not Mario Kart World, as you can tell. I wrote MKWii.
Yes.
Yeah.
That said,
Sure.
Mario Kart World is not abbreviated MKW. It's MK World. Get it right.
Or MK War.
I think I like just
WOR.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's
Mario Kart
MKWii.
4.
That would be a
Okay,
cool
well,
God,
game.
Mario Kart. I think that they would be rated M for mature, and on like the PlayStation. 7.
All right, no, it's enough.
What's in that game?
Let's get started. So, the fun part about this is we don't technically know how many runs we're going to go through until I tell you.
Oh yeah, so there's no placing.
Well, there is a placing, but there isn't placing, so we'll be having placing. Just to make
okay.
things interesting. So, starting us off, so there are 9 submissions to this task, so that's quite cool. And we'll find out how many disqualifications there are by the end. I will tell you there is more than 0.
Okay.
But we'll already see why, because starting us off in 8th place.
Oh. For
We
had
Rose,
9
that is
submissions.
right.
In 8th place with a time of 42.900 and doing row 5 is Core.
Okay. I think
Going
this is
solo,
cool.
by the
It's a
way.
Solo submission.
Yeah.
It's a daunting task.
Yeah.
And so just to let you know, row 5, you have to reach 122 XYZ speed on consecutive frames. You may not use any mushrooms. You have to use track list B. That doesn't really matter. You'll see what tracks they use. As you can see, I've already written down they use Mario Raceway. There's no rapid fire hops allowed, and you have to respawn at least once.
Curio, I think they're saying
Alright.
that we should wait. I don't know what we're waiting for, but we should pause the stream.
What do you mean wait?
Do a backflip. No. Okay, never mind. We're not pausing the stream.
So yeah, all we're looking for, we're looking for a streamless run, no rapid fire hops. We've got 1 respawn, and they reach 122 XYZ speed. So right, let's see this.
All right.
122 XYZ speed. I have a history with that objective.
I have to get the notes on my phone.
I'm sure some of the other people in this call do as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go. Thankfully, I'm using the right combo.
Where's the core me? What?
All right, going to Mario Raceway. So, yeah, you already heard.
So
everything. I
it
don't-
was allowed on any lap, but he's chosen to do it on lap 1.
All right, doing the start
Okay.
slip. There's
So this
music.
is the 1 respawn. Yeah, there's no music. You can just enjoy that.
Enjoy the silence. Enjoy Funky
yeah.
Kong dancing.
Enjoy Funky Kong Drive.
And obviously now there's no respawn, no mushrooms. It doesn't matter that he respawned that early. So now all he's
Right,
got to do, 1, get the XYZ speed, and 2, complete the lap.
Yeah, and just try to do it
that was
as fast
very
as
wide.
possible.
But, well, I mean, I guess it could have been wider.
Oh, and also, that was the
There
XYZ
you go.
speed.
Yeah.
Using the reject row to get that increase in XYZ.
And there you go.
Pretty
Right.
simple way of doing that.
So I will
With
do
a score of 0 points.
one thing, and that is this. So that means info display is now off, and you can just use the debug panel, which is easier. Right, so next run. Already making things interesting. In 7th place, cutting off only 25 frames, so that's less than half a second.
Okay.
With a time of
Yeah.
42.483 on round 2, not round 2, on row 2,
Round 2.
on row 2 is the Carson Show, which is Walvy, Carson, and Felix 10C.
That's right.
Carson
They
Show.
went back to Gleamhaven to complete their row.
Yeah.
So that one.
Go watch
Carson Show.
go watch Curio's round 2 video if you don't get that one.
Blinking
Link will be in
nowhere.
the description. I doubt it will actually, but
It
you
will
go
not.
with the Daisy Mock, the tried and true. That's almost always slower unless it's in a very specific situation.
You see on DK Mountain.
Delfino Square.
Even
is
though
not
it's not
DK
faster on either category now.
This is on lap 2, yes?
So this is lap 2, so I can fast forward.
Well, no.
Yes.
Yes,
They're
'cause
driving here,
I've written
pretty
down
solid.
lap 2. So it's lap 2.
Can do regular dot cut.
Oh, yes, of course. So, for all the people who watched the
Alright,
stream
here
yesterday,
is
try to
important.
refrain
This
from any
part's important.
spoilers for people who are watching this for the first time,
I
including
don't know
Jello.
anything, so I
'Cause Jello
can't
does- so-
possibly spoil it.
Yeah, I should probably pause this and go over what the rules are for this row really quickly.
Yes.
So, row 2, you have to hold rapid fire hops for at least 2 seconds, so 120 frames, that's why we've got the score counter. They have to use a medium character, they are. No zipper or flip tricks, so they won't be doing any flip tricks during the lap. And they have to charge 3 standstill mini turbos. So we're going to see 2 seconds of RFH and 3 SSMTs.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that we're seeing some of that rapid fire hop right now. When we
No,
go
it
into the
starts
flap,
when they go into the
probably
lap. So from
when
now,
they are in the-
1,
now.
2, they've
Doing a
done.
little bit of
That's
a
good.
super grind.
They're doing the
Check
fountain
the
shortcut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1
There's that
SSMT.
SMT. 2 more, is that right?
Yes.
2 more are required. Getting a little
Yes.
slip there.
So they're doing the
Straight pass. Are they
old
gonna do
flap
the
route.
The funny dock skip. Oh, they're gonna do double with the 2 shrooms.
It's okay.
And so we're just looking
Pretty-
for the last 2.
Pretty decent
Yeah,
driving.
decent driving. Last
Right,
2
the thing.
SSMTs before they can finish.
Oh,
What?
Oh,
Kirio, you should look at your own stream.
yeah, I should.
Oh.
Let's do that again.
Stream's going
Yeah.
great.
I didn't realize that. We don't
Alright.
actually see the bingo board on our side,
And
so
also, I'm trying to deal with like 4 different things at the moment, so bear with me. So I've got to deal
That's
with
funny.
changing character, reading out the row, the track, the
I love
time,
watching
the
you.
names. I have to get the ghost right, and then I have to get the stream right. So yeah, there's a lot
We're
going
gonna do the
Alright, you have to-
stream tomorrow at 5 p.m.
on. All right.
Alright, let's do the commentary exactly 1-to-1.
So
Alright,
the
so it looks like we're doing some rapid fire here. We're gonna bring that into the lap to do
1,
some super grinding.
Getting
2,
the
there we
2
go.
seconds.
and then they're gonna do the fountain shortcut.
The found
Oh.
shortcut.
Oh, they're gonna get
There's
that.
That
the
was
one
a shortcut.
SSMT there.
Gotta get
The
2
one-
more.
yeah.
The lines here. So they're doing the old route with going right instead of left. Left is
This part's
faster.
a bit weird just because it's on mock bike.
And yeah, Mach Bike is a little tough, but soft drifting would help.
Doing
Yeah.
double with 2 sure method. A classic of this track.
And then here they're doing, yeah, that's a little easier. And then yeah, this is just mostly RTA kind of driving. But there's 1,
Oh.
and then
Oh,
there's
right.
2, and then they can
Right.
finish. So there you go.
I feel like it would have been better for them to bounce it like later, so they could have gotten
Yeah.
Yes.
wiggled into the
Closer to
line.
the
Yep.
finish line.
Yep.
However, I
Yeah.
do like that run across the board. It was very nice.
So what's interesting
Even if
here
across the
is
board,
we are
yeah.
going to now see this same row on a different track.
I think I preferred the
Ooh.
run when the bingo board was in front of it.
All right, so in 6th place, cutting off 2.6 seconds with a time of 39.867, also round 2, row 2. Take a shot every time I say round 2.
Wait, there's an ad?
Is there an
Wait, we're
ad?
not allowed to swear, but you're allowed to condone drinking.
Hallucinate, is there actually an ad or is that...
If there's an ad, please say so.
This was done like 2 hours before the deadline. Okay, that's fair. Wait, Walby was the
There
run
wasn't
that we
an
just
ad.
watched,
If
right?
that's a perfect time to actually switch the runs, though, so I'll still do that.
Honestly,
Okay.
for 2 hours, that's like actually a pretty solid run.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Okay, we're good, we're good.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not like
Alright,
Twitch
alright.
where we. Never mind. I love Men 74. Let's
And
go.
we're doing lap 2 again. And I forgot to say who it was.
Who this is? Yeah.
So this is them.
I don't care.
They don't Evo know that our team name is Sir Cheezel Alex the Dolphin MMXVII. Please cut down on your team name length. It's stupid.
Man, you really seem to love the team name by the enthusiasm you have.
And this
Oh.
is a custom version of Dry Dry Ruins. I just
This
did-
works. This works.
is fine. This is a cool way of saying Dry Dry Ruins. This is the actual collision of the track, and you can see the pokies are just pink
Yeah.
things.
They're pink pillars.
I'm gonna fast forward through this. There's a specific
But I
reason
love
why
the
this is
teleporting.
why I've got this track, but I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
Hallucinate knows.
Man, you should have made your lap 1 a bit faster.
Look
and
at the
avoid hitting
look at
the
the
pokey
bats.
there
Look at the
and
bats. That's
the
cool.
cactus earlier.
Okay, so just gonna pause
They
so we
just, like-
remember it was 2 seconds of rapid fire hops and 3 SSMTs.
Right. So it's the
And
same
no
thing.
and also
basically.
no flip tricks, so that's important for this track in particular.
Yeah.
That's true, I guess. Yeah, for the
There's only
ending.
like a couple
yeah.
places you can do that on this track. You got the ramp exiting the pyramid, and do the zipper tricks count?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Those are
they take a
flips.
while to start. All right, here we
You're
go.
getting the optimal lap entry.
Okay, nice.
Doing the large shortcut with the 2 shrooms.
Good trick there. They still haven't done any rapid fire hops, so we're yet to see that.
Solid the tricks. Those are the bats, by the way, in case you. They kind of just
There's
look like
some.
getting a mini wall glitch there.
Imagine we'll start to see it soon. Yep,
There's some of it, yeah.
it's the SSMTs
Oh,
there.
Very smart, and then landing on the boost.
Yeah,
panel
okay.
immediately to
Still
accelerate.
going for rapid fire hops.
We're gonna get it right here.
And
yeah.
there we go, we're over 2 seconds
go.
now, so there we go, 39 seconds.
Nice.
Not bad.
Good.
I like that. That optimal distribution.
Lap
of the boost
1.
with the, yeah.
You may also notice over
Wait,
here I've
no.
got a trick counter. I just have
I
it
was
for
gonna
some
say-
reason. I don't know if
The
we'll need it.
SSMTs. That's what I was gonna say. The SSMTs on the boost panel.
It was
like,
provided for the task, so it might be
Yeah.
useful.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if any of the runs trick. So.
It's okay.
Alright, moving on.
Why are they?
There we go. Lackadu, shut up. So in 5th place, cutting off, wait for this is the biggest time cut of the stream. Cutting off 22 seconds.
That's a
Oh.
lot.
With a time
Damn.
of 17.583. Row 2 is Rulers, which is Hallucinate, Dash QC, and Flurry.
Pretty stacked team here. All right, so 20. How many seconds?
22 seconds.
That's a considerable amount of seconds. I don't know what the hell is coming up. These other 2 chucklers on the call do, but that's fine. Because, well, they're not speaking right now. So.
Oh yeah, so
Wait.
the name. So I'm speaking to Wingcat Man right now. The name of this we call it the debug panel. So this is the this is the special TAS version that I commissioned Milk to make back in 2022.
We commissioned him.
I didn't pay him, but I just I told him what I wanted. I told him
So
how to
it's not
arrange it.
commission.
Commission is a word beyond paying someone.
Okay.
Kyrio, are you gonna like update? You know how for like TAS 16,
Yes, I will.
2023, you updated the leaderboard. Okay.
Yeah, I've got that prepared. It's gonna be
That's gonna
it's
give
gonna
away
come it's
something.
gonna come important after the second part because
It's gonna give away something instantly.
well yeah. Right, so what did I say it was? Oh yeah, Rulers. Thank you.
And we're going to RR.
What? Standard bike?
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. What's this, me? N-Task?
They can do that.
They are the rulers.
Yeah.
And
That's
while
an
they're allowed
hallucinate
to do it on
and
any lap, but
mashup
for
me.
whatever reason, they chose to do it on lap 1, so that's losing a little bit.
That's fine.
But hey, look, you can just
Hey,
do
it
the
can't be that
ultra.
much time.
So doing the ultra here.
So that's 1, 2.
Ah, okay.
And
That's
they're really
rapid
to
fire
prevent
hops.
hitting the boost panel.
And there's you can just do that.
Oh, wow. I like
Very
that.
impressive RSH there.
So that is.
Yeah, I'm not
And
fully
check
sure how
out this
that works.
TAF, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Whoa, okay.
So yeah, I mean that's known. You can just really get a really low trick on that ramp, but yeah, really
if it's
cool
not
runs.
paid, then it's a request.
Yeah,
Commission does
I requested him to make it. Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. Commission also
That was
has
a very cool run. Though. I don't know how the heck they got that rapid fire hop off on the edge.
I know.
but they did.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just Mario Kart Wii.
So moving on, in fourth place, cutting off 350 milliseconds, so 21 frames, with a time of 17.233, is. I'm just going to breathe in and do this all in one breath. Famous Death Pycore vocalist Regulus, the 6th Rogue, tactically uses the 315 breathing technique, 315C Rogue, and tactical.
I'm seeing a lot of long names.
Also, equally, I don't like that.
I'm thinking we should ban the long names.
I agree.
You guys gotta.
Yeah. That's horrible.
There's like 5 good long team names in the competition's history. That
Not
was
even.
not one of them.
Not even.
Yeah, that was not one of them.
What are the good ones?
No, there's maybe 2. You've got This Just In and Dibby
Yeah.
Duo Force.
Yeah, I think that is
that's
right.
it.
I liked the one where I crashed the bot. That's kind of funny in hindsight.
That made
maybe
that
it
made
is-
someone angry.
Yeah, it made somebody particularly angry. Let's watch the run. We're kind of not focusing on what the.
It's
the
true.
main
Well,
is.
we are at least understanding the runs. That's the important part about this stream.
That's an improvement.
That's a good point. Yeah.
On Zip Zip. Yep.
I don't know what happened in the stream yesterday. I'm interested to see the VOD now. I'm gonna watch that actually. Forget this.
Okay.
We should ban the small
Alright,
names.
we can
and
go
all
home, guys.
names. Everyone has to use boring, not fun.
So
team names
the
then.
main improvement here is that they're doing it on lap 2.
Ah, okay.
Interestingly,
Yeah,
though,
okay.
they are using a slower combo. Zip Zip is not as fast as Standard Bike. You should have learned this from Task 18 2021, even if you weren't around back then.
Yeah.
This
Even
is
if you
true.
couldn't see it.
The Zip Zip is slow.
Yeah. Nice look, Cannon. But yeah, Standard Bike M, fastest medium ODB. Alright, so they're going to start the rapid fire hop
Oh,
like
there's
this, so they can spend less time during the lap. Now I've got to do 2 and 3. And then they can just get more RFH here.
Right there, yeah.
Wow.
And then
Okay.
there you go.
Last
And
round.
last.
There. That's what we were talking about with waiting at the finish line and then
Yep.
wiggling into it.
Yeah. Doing it as late as possible.
Right,
So they actually did their SSMTs all in different locations.
they did,
Check it
and
out.
that's something that you can learn from Special Task 1, because Police won by doing exactly that.
Yeah.
Alright, so in third place, for the rows at least, cutting off another 10 frames, with a time of 17.067, is Gorney.
Yep.
That is how it's pronounced.
That's
How
okay.
do you how do you spell that? How do you spell
you spell Gorney SZRHAAXCVDHICE3X.
Could you translate that into English? We don't say Z.
that?
Gorney.
Also, I like how I said English as if that's like our thing.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see.
Cool.
And again,
Also,
obviously,
you're
lap
the-
2.
Third for the Rose.
Also using Zip Zip here.
What?
The propaganda from the RT test scene is
Yeah.
really
Again, if you want to take anything out of this stream, it's Zip Zip is not the fastest ODB.
This is true. There are many faster ODBs.
nice low cannon there.
Just want to check with the stream. Can we hear Jello Puff?
I can hear Jello Puff.
So there we go.
Oh, there's the rapid fire.
And no, they
Going
haven't
for
got
the
2
Ultra.
seconds quite yet because some of that was before the lap.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I expect to see the same thing here. Just getting it at the end.
Straight to the end.
Yep.
Yeah. Getting the.
And then
Yeah.
Oh,
there you
nice.
go.
I like that.
Yeah, they were
trade.
very
just leaving
close
the wall
there.
backwards with the rapid fire. They already had all the rapid fire they needed, and they just said, "Let's do a little more just to be safe."
So if you're wondering why the time listed on the stream is different to the lap time they got, and that is because the times in the task are based on frames, not the lap splits, because there are some rows or columns or diagonals which allow you to go backwards, and that of course doesn't have lap splits. So to make everything even,
Or time
everything
ending on the
everything is timed but in frames.
Yeah. Just so it's consistent all around.
So, in second place, as you'd expect to be in second place,
Wait, so who's left?
we've got 3 teams left. We've got my team, Sunbro's team, and your team.
Oh.
So that's funny. So in second place, cutting off 82 frames, so 1.3 seconds, with a time of 15.700, somehow still on Rainbow Road,
Yippee.
is column 1, row 4, diagonal 3. Figure that one out. Sunbro, Kawi Deluru, and Skip.
Very nice. Of course, getting second.
And you're going to like this. We're going to the correct vehicle.
Yeah.
We're fast. We're
I really
speedy.
like this one. This run's
It's this.
super cool. Yep. So how much? 82 frames
82
faster.
frames
That's
faster.
over a second.
How would you save over a second on
Uh,
Rainbow Road?
You drive better.
Maybe. You could say that.
And better combo. But there's got to be something
little.
because it's a whole second.
Funny thing is,
Almost a second and
I
a
don't
half.
actually remember what this looks like.
Oh,
Well, now you'll remember.
well, yeah.
Let's see. Rapid fire hops. SSMTs. Oh, what's this? Going under the track?
See, that's fast.
And no reaction from Jello Puff?
No, because he's listening to Hallucinate in chat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we did do a
What a-
flip trick
what-
on lap 1.
What
so
what a
we did
piece.
And this is a TAS.
Are you having fun, Jello?
Jello, you
Yeah,
are
I'm sure
commentating.
He's having a blast.
Um,
He's having a blast.
It'll be
He's
fine.
having
It's
a
not
good
like
time.
we're doing this stream for him or anything.
Hallucinate, can you please tell him he can speak?
He commits to bits. You gotta like give him an exit strategy.
Hi, Flurry. You can
see you
replace
later.
Jello
Hi.
Puff.
What?
You can replace
We're
Jello
doing the
Puff.
stream.
Jello, stop talking. Jello, stop talking so you
We're
can
doing
replace.
this. Okay, I see.
You can join in.
No, I'll let you guys
Yeah.
do your thing. I
Well,
forgot
We've
that
lost
that was
a
happening.
commentator. Oh, you're good.
Say hi to
It
YouTube.
wasn't really made clear.
Hi, YouTube. Hi, curious
And by
YouTube.
I guess.
Someone put it in the VC description so that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
Hi, YouTube.
All right.
All right.
In
Okay.
first
Have
place
fun.
for the Rose. Bye, Flurry. In first place for the Rose. Cutting off 210 frames. That's 3.5 seconds. I really wish Jello was here right now. Why
I'm doing
is
this
he
part,
genuinely?
you know.
Why is he not talking?
Did he crash? What? Jello? Jello Puff? Okay, well, let's carry on.
We're gonna carry
Yeah.
on, assuming he's not here for the rest of the stream. So yeah. So in first place, cutting off 3.5 seconds, unbelievable. Using row 5, not row 2, so back to Core's route.
Yep.
But on Sherbetland is Kaiser. So myself, Kai, and Cesar, or correctly in the order, Kai, Cesar, and Kiryu.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, let's see how this was done.
It was Sherbetland. How'd that work?
I don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't really know either.
I don't
I think
know.
I think you do.
I don't know.
Okay. Let's see.
So what are the rules for this?
So as a quick reminder of the rules, let's show the bingo board for only right now. Not the whole run. Certainly not the whole run. So you can't use any mushrooms, so that's pretty tough. You have to respawn once, but you have to get 122 XYZ speed on 2 consecutive frames. Where on RSL is that going to be possible? Well, let's find
How
out.
do you do that? How do you do the shroomless
How do you
faster
do-
than RR?
Yeah, how do you do the ultra shrimless? That's not possible, is it?
Yeah.
Wait,
oh,
we're on Wario Bike.
That's strange. Wonder why that is.
That's a slow vehicle.
Indeed it is. And notice I'm not speeding up the footage.
Yes. This part is important.
So that's glitchy corner, so we just got horizontal wall glitch storage.
But you can get it there.
And so that means...
I didn't actually notice that.
So that means when you hit a horizontal wall, you don't have to have hit a vertical wall in order to get horizontal wall glitch. So that's permanent. We can just go through horizontal walls at will. It's a little known fact about horizontal wall glitch. It actually requires you to hit a vertical wall and a horizontal wall at the same time, unless you have horizontal wall glitch storage, which we just got there. So right now, we're barrel rolling to try and get in here streamless, which means we're now in a super slide. So what does that mean? Why could we possibly want a super slide? I mean, we could go backwards, but then we wouldn't be in lap 2, so we got to get in lap 2 first. But we can't go into lap 2 yet because we want to do Streamless Ultra. So, well, how do we get on the other side of the finish line without entering the lap? Well, there's this little thing called a delayed lap count, and this was found by Justin.
Wee.
And so now we got to do that whole thing all over again. We don't have to get glitchy corner, of course, because we already did
You
that.
already have it.
But we just got to do the barrel roll, the clip into the rock, whole weird trick thing. So I'm going to speed this up the second time. But now that we're actually able to enter the lap from in front, we want to get as fast as possible, because our goal is when we eject from this super slide, we're going to be both wall clipping and ejecting from the ground on consecutive frames. And doing so can give us first over 130 speed when ejecting, and second over 122 speed when clipping. And so
Interesting.
in order to do that, we need to be moving at 120 speed when we get to the finish line, which means we need as much external velocity as possible, which means we need to go all the way to the end of the lap to go all the way back. So now watch the external velocity here on the left below the mushrooms. That's going up. We're at 100, 110, 140, 130, 140, 150.
You do have to lose some occasionally just to make these turns, I
160,
think.
170, and then we do lose a little bit here. And don't blink. Here comes the turn, enter
I'm
the
blinking
lap,
now.
clip. There, we just got our 2 frames of XYZ speed, respawn, and then just need to complete the lap.
Yep.
And then some optimal wheelie turning here. And there we go. 12
Very
seconds.
nice.
Pretty crazy.
There you go. So that is The row's complete, so we won the rows.
So unfortunately,
Congrats,
one
win the
team did
row.
not do a row. So
Yeah, so let's see
they're gonna
what
be
happened
disqualified.
there. Let's see what happened there. So let's cut this out quickly and let's show the DQ. So unfortunately, doing the exact same strats as this first place run. About 0.7 seconds slower though. Unfortunately, being disqualified for not performing the 2 frames of over 122 XYZ speed. So that just means they didn't actually complete the line, but they did everything except that, and so we're going to show what their best attempt was. And unfortunately, the team who disqualified was Rainbow Sorbet, which is Marvis, Lurworm, and Police.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, I can explain what happens during the run, who did what, I guess, and what went wrong, I guess.
Yeah, I just switched to automatic. So they likely
Yeah,
did that
we're
to
on-
get more
on
EV,
auto here.
but still didn't go back far enough to do
It wasn't enough. Yeah. So we actually get glitchy corner here. This whole setup is done by police, I believe.
According
So
to
we're
him,
basically gonna
this
be
was his
doing the
favorite
same
part
thing.
of doing the task.
It was also basically the only part of doing the task that he did, apparently. Except some of another column or diagonal, whatever it was.
Yeah, I remember.
But most of his contribution was on this.
So while we're waiting, one random fact about Sherbetland most of you probably don't know is in order to achieve the reflection effect, they've actually got a copy of the model inverted underneath the track. And the
I was
ice
actually wondering that.
the ice
when
is
I was
just
testing this.
semi-transparent. It doesn't have collision, of course, but yeah, there's actually just a copy of the track
that's
underneath.
interesting. That's cool. So yeah, we're doing the DLC here.
That clip's so
Basically the same thing. Yeah. I remember when I was gonna start working on this, I watched this whole setup and because I hadn't seen this before. There was a work in progress being, like, I think it was Monster.
It was
did that?
it was Michael and Justin who put it together because Michael found this part,
Oh.
the streamless into the
Okay.
horizontal wall glitch, and Justin did the DLC. It's just the whole thing.
Okay.
Both of these 2 runs are actually the first cases of it being done in full.
Oh, okay.
And so, unfortunately, it doesn't go all the way to where we did, so they don't get as much
Yeah.
EV.
And then Lurum actually redid the super slide here to try to get a bit more EV, which he did. I don't know. I don't remember which super slide this is because it might be using an old run just to try to get a run.
Notice how
done.
they've got only about 130 EV compared to our 160.
Lurum's super slide.
And so that clip there,
then-
they get how much speed do you get each frame?
I don't remember. I didn't look. I didn't
Okay.
because I'm not the one who submitted this.
Right. So the
But
point is they
we
get
kept
it for
getting
1
different
frame.
cases.
The point is they get it for 1 frame and
Yeah.
not a second.
So what would happen is that there was a few different cases. So one is that you get the 2 frames from just ejecting, but your clip would not be good at all. So that was the hard part, is trying to make it with a bad clip, which we never were able to do, which is why we DQ'd, because we didn't finish in time. The other case was we would get 150, like over 150 speed on 1 frame, and then just under 122 on the second. And then the third case was getting about 140, then under 122, then 140 again on the next frame, and then under 122 on the frame after. Which also made the Ultra. So all cases that made the Ultra didn't get the 2 frames, unfortunately.
And so, yeah, that was a really, really tough thing. For our team in particular, we spent all 3 weeks trying to get that. That was one of the first things we started on, and we only got it about 2 days before the task ended. So
Yeah, and
it
like we
is
had
not
nowhere
unreasonable for
enough
them to have not
EV.
got that.
Yeah, we just didn't have enough EV for it to get like close enough. Because hitting the checkpoint is one thing, but you also have to not 95% rule, I believe, right? Is that a
Nice.
thing?
That's a
on
nice
this?
frog emoji. That's quite cute.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to this update that I said we'd be doing. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is just make a copy of this. Copy, paste. Now I've got this. Bear with me. Just posting the update after this is this. Oops. I will actually just like put it here. Sorry, chat, if it covers your messages briefly, but how else am I going to do this?
My smiley face.
Could do that. I'm okay with that.
I'm crying because I DQ'd.
Yeah. I mean, we can still see the run. We can still see Dolphin. We're okay with that, right? Everyone in agreement? That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. If only the team names were shorter.
I mean, it didn't really matter that the team name isn't long. It's still bad. Because, I
Yeah.
mean,
I think you should just
Kaizo
remove
is
the
a
team
5-letter team name, and
You should just remove the team names. Just have like the people.
name. Yeah,
Uh,
just keep the people.
okay.
But you would have to
Unless it takes
redo it.
too long. Yeah, unless,
No,
if
You
it
could
takes
do it
too
while a
long,
run is playing, I guess.
no, I'm not going to do that. It's just good. It's funny,
Okay.
and we're going to keep doing it this
That's
way.
fine.
So that's what
Alright,
the
It
that's
results
is
are at the
fine.
moment.
funny.
So, brief intermission while I switch the stream info. So you guys can talk to the chat again.
Hello, chat.
Hi,
Sorry.
hi, chat.
That
Chat,
was
is this
came out
real?
too strong.
Oh, you're good.
No, sometimes I just get like too excited, you know.
Yeah, I think you might have used all your energy just on that for the whole stream.
Yeah, but that really sucks because there's so many awesome runs coming up that I really need
Yeah.
energy for. It
Yeah.
would be really bad if I
Yeah,
used all my
like-
energy, you know.
Yeah, like Disco Fever.
Oh yeah, like Disco Fever, my favorite track in Mario Kart Wii for the Nintendo
In
Wii.
vanilla Mario Kart Wii.
It kind of
Yeah.
sucks because
What?
the last couple runs have been really cool, but it took this long for me to actually be able to start speaking again. Maybe I shouldn't have committed to this bit, but I'm back.
No, you shouldn't have. That was stupid.
I really,
Should not
I really
have.
think you should not have.
That was not
That
worth
was
it.
very stupid.
Well,
Yeah.
I give
You-
the chat
you
what
happy?
they want.
No, you don't.
I am
They
happy.
didn't want that.
Well, shouldn't have asked for it.
I
They
can
didn't.
confirm.
I was kind of looking forward to hearing your reaction to a good team DQing, but you know.
I did like all of those runs, for the record. I don't know, man.
All right, so we're going to columns, right?
We are.
right.
I just have to change the name of a certain file, and it should work now. Just let me update it. Did it break? It may have broken. Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Right.
It's so weird seeing green Sumbro in chat.
Yeah, I
I'm
wonder
I'm
when's
used
the
to purple
transformation.
Sumbro now.
Yeah,
Just have to
it became
rerun the batch file. 1 sec. Okay.
Okay, experiencing some more technical difficulties.
No,
here, but
no,
we'll
there's no technical difficulties. I told them that there will be a brief intermission while I fix this because I have to switch all
Right.
the text to a different source. Okay, we're ready for the columns now. Let's do this.
Yeah. Columns.
So,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it again.
Please don't do it again.
You might as well.
Might as well. I'm sorry.
don't give him any ideas because he actually will. You know that.
I won't. I won't.
Okay. Moving
Well,
on
yeah,
to
maybe
the
columns,
columns.
get it.
And unfortunately, starting us off in 7th place. Which means 2 DQs this time round. Hopefully, it's not 2 different people, because then we'd have only 6 valid teams.
Yeah, that would be a shame if it was new people.
So, the sad thing is, I'm praying that one of these people is Marvis's team.
I mean, yeah, you know.
All right, 7th place.
Fair.
Same as last time. In last place, with a time of 42.117 on column 5, is Core.
Some things seem to never change, it looks like.
So I will again show the bingo board. So column 5. So you have to use a light character, no zipper or flip tricks, reach lap -1. So that means drive backwards 1 lap. And you have to respawn once. So we're going to see 1 respawn and reaching lap -1.
Wow, I just looked back at the stream. I did not realize that the text was reaching this far into the gameplay.
Yep.
You can blame the 2 teams with ridiculously long names.
Chase the funky.
So yeah, that's what we've got.
No way.
Quickly rename this to update text just so I don't get confused. Okay, so
why
first
it
one,
says
we are
DDR.
going over to DDR again.
Whoa, that's why it says DDR.
I can't even blame Core for getting last. Like he had to do all of this alone. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't know
Right.
if he DQ'd yet or not, but he seems to be doing good so far. Even if he's last on columns.
Yeah, doing this task like alone is kind of not easy.
So back on the visible KCL DDR.
I mean, we were 3 people and we weren't able to finish at least one of our runs.
At least.
Just driving up here normally so far. Nothing
Okay, and the other thing is reminder, no zipper or flip tricks again.
right. Get a little bounce across the sand there. We do a little grass skip. It's not actually grass, but it kind of looks like it.
And there's the 1
It looks like
respawn.
crap.
Trust now.
He just died in the
Oh,
red.
into the blood. Yeah, into
The
the
He died to the
blood.
red,
Yeah.
And then
It's a
just
blood
needs
moon
to
now.
cross over the finish line and watch when his race completion goes down to negative, and that's him done.
Boom.
That's right. We're now on lap negative.
So that's why this is a frame-based task.
Yep, because it's possible that you don't have a lap split to go by.
Yeah.
If
And-
everyone did lap times, then it wouldn't have been timed like this.
Yeah. So the thing is,
Probably.
all of these times that I'm showing on stream are actually retimed by myself because the hosts went by lap splits.
Oh.
So it's a bit more consistent.
Yep.
Now.
Right. Yeah.
Right, so in
That makes
6th place, cutting off, wait for this, exactly 6 seconds in 6th place,
Cool.
Alright.
with a time of 36.117 on column 3, is They Don't Evo Know That Our Team Name is Sir Cheezel Alex the Dolphin 2017.
Etc.
Can we
Yep.
like abbreviate this?
It's Cheezel, Ivono,
No, this
and
is what they
Alex.
wanted.
It's Cheezel,
This is
Ivono,
what they
and
Alex.
wanted.
I gotta go up. There we go.
I guess I can't.
It's
really,
not
I
even
don't
on
have the right
screen.
to complain about people's.
You
really
have the
dumb
right.
bits.
You have the right. You have the right to complain because none of us in Cole like him.
Nah.
Oh, I love
True.
it.
None of us in
Everyone
Cole
else has
except
the right to
Sumbro like
complain.
this.
You can't speak for
I just
some,
went
bro.
like 3 runs without.
Nobody
saying
can
anything,
speak for
so
some,
I feel
bro.
like I do not deserve to complain about anything.
You
right
stopped
now.
talking at the worst runs to
Yeah,
stop talking.
yeah. That was. Yeah.
That was dumb. That was a little dumb.
It's okay. You've
Yeah,
got
but-
2 more segments of the stream to redeem
That's
yourself.
That's
true.
true.
That is
You
true.
have 2/3 left.
And this
Mhm.
one is happening.
I did.
That's
I
right.
like made particular notice of that. The Sherbetland wall climb with the EV. By the way, Marvis, I really liked that from your team.
We did that too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but
Well-
mine was like way better.
Yeah, yeah.
And
you
I
guys
also didn't do that.
And they also used auto.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I assume you guys use drift sliding, right?
Probably, I don't know. I don't know this stuff.
Anyway,
so what are
so-
the rules of this column?
The rules of this column,
I'm
I
definitely
never
not
actually,
the super slider.
I never said. So column 3, you have to complete lap 1. You have to use a medium character, no glitches. So this is actually an interesting thing. There's actually, it's not the no glitch category. It's a list of specific glitches you're not allowed to do. So that includes wall clips, super hopping, super grinding, super sliding, delayed lap count,
This is like the no ultra category.
ODM. Those things you're not allowed to do. It's not all no ultra categories. So there's some things that you're still allowed to do because they don't technically use glitches, but it's basically no glitch.
I don't think they did auto slide because they have to face the other. I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, oh yeah, you have to stay at 80 to 100 degrees of pitch for 60 frames. That means they have to lean back to almost vertical for a whole second. So that will be the biggest thing to look out for. I can already think about where they can do that. But yeah. Let's take a look. Once I get rid of the board. So Mario Raceway. So there's actually quite a lot of ghosts here, and that's quite interesting. So 112, 1, 2, 3.
I like that time.
This is lap 1, of
Oh, yeah.
course. Nice start slip.
So this is, oh right, this is lap 1, right?
Yes, this is lap 1.
Why are they on RMR? Because that's where they chose to do the column.
Yep, so reminder that they have to get 80 to 100 degrees of pitch for a whole second, so that means they have to tilt themselves up. Well, this track has a pipe, so that's a perfect
Right.
place to do that.
Oh,
Right?
wait, have you been watching their?
Right?
This is...
Right?
Oh,
Oh,
never
they
mind.
do a barrel roll here.
They just do a barrel roll.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they could also do it with barrel roll, but
With the pipe, though.
So 36
So-
seconds,
Well, yeah,
there you go.
And
Yep.
can't you also do it off of the little checkered ramp, or does that not have barrel roll?
Yeah, but you'd be slowing down in off-road, and that's kind of
That's what I would
a
have
waste.
done.
Yeah. Of course.
But yeah, I
You would've
think
made
that
it
they
faster.
focused on the,
yeah,
the reject road, but very creative to do it to subvert expectations.
yeah.
I like the artistic choice.
Right, so in 5th place, cutting off 121 frames, so it's just over 2 seconds, with a time of 34.100 is Rulers. Hallucinate, Dash, and Flurry.
This is a much better team name. Simple, to the point, not
Double meaning,
One
like
word.
the length of the Great
Because
Wall of
also-
China.
Rulers not only means like they're like hosts and admins, but also this task was called Gridlocked.
yeah, man,
Ah.
it-
Right.
What
it
Like
was
a
measuring
ruler.
device. Like a rule, yeah. It's like you can like measure. Like,
Rulers are
measure it,
pretty
like-
cool. They're like sticks.
Yeah.
And also, if they get first place, they
Yeah.
can say they were the rulers of the task.
That's right.
Well, they haven't quite gotten like first place. on
They
the
have
keys.
they have to win by a lot of seconds on the diagonal.
It seems unlikely. Let's say.
Let's have some hope.
I don't
Oh,
want
look,
those,
it's another
'cause I want to
command.
win.
Okay, also we make the submit.
/submit.
Okay, let's see what so this is going somewhere.
That's the hallucinate and dash
Oh.
me mashup.
Yeah.
So they've had end task, they've had submits. This comes before end task. Let's see what.
The
What's
last
before
one is gonna
that?
Be like slash creative mode or something. All right, nice start slip here. Beautiful.
Really good first turn, and obviously both Dash and Flurry have actually tested this track somewhat.
Yeah.
Going on
Nice.
the inside of
Doing the
plant.
old mock bike strats. That's cool.
What is going on with the D-pad?
Okay, and
I
then
know.
Going
they're
across
using the
from slip
pipe.
pad? Are they
There you go.
good? Aha.
And really nice lost trick. Oh, that's so cool. I haven't seen that for years.
Discord stream paused right like after they got the pitch requirement, and so I
Uh.
didn't even see the trick.
Look at
Oh.
the stream. It was actually fine for me,
Oh wow, this
so it
is
should be
really
fine
good.
on YouTube.
Yeah, it's about 15
Yeah,
seconds
very
delayed on
solid
YouTube.
driving.
That's okay. That's why we had to.
You remember Task 9 2021?
Oh, wait a second. No, this is the previous run. How
No.
far behind that? Wait.
Oh,
Oh, this
wait.
is not.
You have
I
to
am
you
way
have to
behind.
click on the bottom of the timeline where it says live.
Okay.
You'll catch up.
Wow, that trick was super clean. All right, let's continue.
I'm not gonna comment
It really
on how
was.
bad your last turn was, because that'd be like toxic. Like,
So-
you wanna be
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
wow, your
It-
last turn sucked.
The thing is, if the last turn was only 7 frames better, they might have got 4th place. Because
frame
in 4th
faster.
place, cutting off 6 frames
Oh,
with a time
And
of
your last turn was-
34.000 is the Carson Show.
I doubt
The
they would've
Carson
gotten
Show.
a full 10th faster from just the last turn being better.
No.
What track are they on? Oh, this one too.
Oh, this one.
Oh, is this the right? Yes.
I wonder if
Yeah.
everyone will be on this track,
I keep thinking that Alex
Well,
is on this
other than
team when I
that.
see this me
Yeah.
other than D.
for some reason.
Okay, nice. New start slide. Not getting start slip, but not to worry. Really clean driving so far. Interesting not releasing that mini turbo straight away, but that gives a better angle for the next turn.
So where do they save the time?
They're going for doing the ramp, of course. Yes.
Doing the ramps,
Knowing
yeah.
updated strats can help you sometimes.
So this cut, super tight.
This is basically similar. The previous run compared to this run is sort of Jellopuff versus me on Task 1 2021. That was quite cool.
And the slip.
Yeah. That was eerily similar to the comparison between our two runs in the entire route.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about?
So back in Task 1 2021, so it was a task where you had to trick off every surface that's trickable on a track and also get 122 XYZ. But Jello and
people
I
did this
both
track.
did this track, and we were about this close. But he did one shroom spot, I did the other, and I went through the grass on the last turn and he didn't.
Yeah.
Ah.
I was also confident that I was going to win that task, and I got 6th.
And I got 5th, so you know it was funny. I also got to watch him lose to me live while he was making his run and submit it and say I'm done, and I was like, yay, I beat you.
This is why we no longer do things together.
Yeah. It's also the earliest a
alright.
submission has
Why,
ever
but,
gone through because I submitted it 30 minutes before the task started.
Ah,
Oh,
Whoa, you cheated.
that's right.
you did cheat.
Look, things were different back then. That was the early days of the comp. But very nice run.
Very
congrats on
nice.
Yeah,
beating us.
very nice actually.
Beast of a team.
But
But
technically, you could
must have
probably go a
passed.
bit faster. Let's have a guess. How much faster?
So, are we gonna be
I'm
seeing
gonna
another
say-
RMR run?
Yes,
Yeah, of course.
we are.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say like, wait, why are you asking that? I'm gonna say like
I don't remember.
like 17 frames.
Cutting off 158 frames
That was close.
with a time of
Okay.
31.367 is 315C Rogue and Tactical.
They did get a lot of airtime there, which I think.
Oh wait,
like right before the
different
knockout.
combo?
All right.
Interesting.
They think they're cool. I see.
And
I
they
would
are
say
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that is true, but the Sneakster isn't the reason why.
Oh, okay.
It is.
No.
Oh, okay.
For me anyway.
Oh yeah.
Interestingly, Sneakster is not faster, but that doesn't matter.
Okay. I
You can
see
do
where we're
that.
going. Do they stupid hill cut? If that's what you would call that, then yes. But how are they going to do this turn with Sneakster?
They
By
stupid
going
hill
wide
cut.
and just doing it decently.
So yeah, so
Nice
Mark
try.
would still have been faster, I believe, but
Did they reach
It
the
don't
pitch
matter.
requirement with the mountain cut?
Yeah, they did.
Must
yeah,
have.
they did. I just
They
looked
must
on
have, 'cause
stream, they did.
Yeah, because they didn't do
They
anything
lean
with
back.
The fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They held
wild.
back.
Yeah, it's
That
pretty
is actually
cool
really
run.
smart.
Yeah,
Um,
it is.
so
You do
now,
it fast.
how can you do better than that? Specifically, how can you do 8 seconds better than that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't, but you can do
Not on this track, probably.
135 frames faster than that.
So cutting off 486 frames
All right. Well, I guess I was wrong. It's okay.
with a
I'll forgive
time
myself
of
when I-
23.267, not on column 3, but column 2, is Kaizo. So let's take a quick look. What is column 2? So, no ultras and no
Can you put Koopa in
respawns.
the chat?
No ultras and no respawns. Hold rapid fire hop for 2 seconds. Timing ends after exiting a cannon twice. Okay, so you gotta enter a cannon, then go back, enter it again, and then timing ends when you land. So you don't have to finish a lap. And it has to be streamless. Okay, so what tracks have
What were the
cannons?
track options for that?
Track
Yeah.
option. Let's see. Let me just I'm actually gonna say the track list now because it's the only time that actually makes sense to. So column 2, track list C. You've got Daisy Circuit, Cooper Cape, Mario Raceway, Sherbet Land, and DKJP. Only track with a cannon there is DKJP. Okay, next
Yeah.
question. Problem. DKJP.
No respawns?
No respawns. How are you going to get to the
Yeah.
cannon shroomless without respawning? That's not a thing yet, is it?
No, that doesn't sound
And going
possible.
fast.
They're gonna do some weird thing, aren't they?
So, thing is, it actually is possible to go backwards streamless for this entire track without respawning. However, it requires waiting for 5 minutes for the boat. Because you have to glide along the boat and then land back on the other side. So how are you going to do it without the boat?
Just do it.
That's right. Or you do some other strat.
Okay,
That's
so
definitely totally
let's
unrelated.
enter the cannon. Remember, we have to get 2 seconds of RFH. All right, let's do this. Let's just skip the river.
Super grand ejection across.
And then, better.
wall
Let's
flip.
land right in the cannon. And
cool.
timing's done.
You have the bingo board on the screen again!
Nice.
That just means we can watch the run again.
Yay!
That's
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Stream it again. Yeah. That was actually super cool. I like that. Getting the
That
well,
that
I
is
guess I
5
won't
minutes
spoil
of
it.
time save on CTGP backwards.
That's 5 minutes of potential time save that we can get in tomorrow's restream.
Yeah.
Getting the
That
little
bingo
rapid fire.
card just did a
onto
streamless
the-
cut.
Yeah. Yeah. Bonking the tree, and then getting this super grind ejection with like the slope boost type angle.
The
Crazy
cannon as well.
wall clip into the cannon.
The thing is, it's actually quite difficult to
Yeah.
avoid getting a negative speed low cannon and not land back on the track.
Negative speed low cannon, it just throws you backwards into the water.
Yeah, it did. And so that
Wow.
meant we respawned and DQ'd.
That's funny.
Definitely,
very
that
nice job.
definitely isn't
Okay.
foreshadowing for anything later.
So who got first?
Who got first?
Huh.
Well, we still haven't seen both of the people in this call, so Sunbro and Marvis still haven't been shown. So one of them
True.
DQs again.
But another one, right? There's a
Yeah,
there's a
it could
third
be both
team,
of them.
isn't
Could be
there?
both of them. Oh no.
What
So
do
in
you
first
mean?
place, Jello, give me the time cut again.
Like, I'm gonna say like 103.
103 frames. Okay. Cutting off 213 frames.
That's basically 2 times what I said. Don't
That's
think
not,
about
that's
it.
not far off.
With a
honestly.
time somehow of 19.717 back on column 5. So
So what's column
that's
5?
that's driving a lap backwards. But take a look at the track. It's Cooper Cape
Ah.
in 19 seconds. How on earth are they going to do that?
Wait,
Yeah,
what are they
that's
doing
weird.
again?
So
Backwards lap.
So there's a
Right.
thing in the game. You may have heard of ultra shortcuts,
Oh,
but there's also this thing called a reverse ultra. And so I'm just going to quickly explain how that works.
Uh-oh.
So there's you may have heard
Don't
of
blink.
the 5% rule, reverse 95% rule, or 4.9% rule. They're all the same thing. But if you drive backwards and then drive to the finish line directly, skip more than 5% when entering the lap. So they're driving backwards now. Enjoy this.
Oh, okay. The bounce?
So they have to respawn. So they're respawning in front of the lap, but they just lost a lap because they're now on lap
Just
0.
off the lap, yeah. Turn around.
And now lap minus
That
1.
Yeah.
movement was so clean on the.
And just for fun, let's just do this again.
Let's just do the ultra. Dude.
Because like this is totally something you do in your spare time.
Yeah, they
Just having some
they
fun
had
now.
so much spare time,
Where's it going?
just rubbing it in.
Oh.
Death rub be rubbing.
They do the regular ultra now. Just the establishing dominance or whatever.
Oh yeah, by the way, Teth?
All right.
They're doing the
loops around
patented
the
curio for tunnel loop.
I don't think you patented that.
I did today.
More rapid fire. Just now. Oh, all right.
Now they're back in lap 1.
Wasn't exactly
There you go.
much of a use with that one, but yeah, they are back in lap 1 now. That was actually really cool.
That is insane run there.
Yeah, so that reverse ultra is very hard.
So
Yeah.
once again, so
Very
both of
hard.
those 2 top runs saved about 5 minutes over their previous strats. Because the old way of doing the KC reverse ultra was the wheelchair strat with the cart and just going in
Yes.
circles on the seabed floor.
Mm-hmm. Very nice job, guys.
But the real question is, what does that do to the results so far?
I think it's gonna change them.
Well,
I don't think so.
you're not going to believe
Wait,
how
yeah.
close this is.
I'm waiting for it to update.
I am too.
I'm copying it. Hang on.
Okay.
All right, here comes.
Wait, I have to wait 15 seconds extra. We're basically gonna see it at the same time as everyone else in
Yeah,
chat.
it's minutes because wheelchair is very slow.
And this does reveal who the DQs were for this task, but for this column. But we're going to show them next. I just wanted to get this out of the way. So
Wow, that is
the
very
top 2
close. That's
runs,
3 frames.
3 frames
difference.
apart.
Ah, okay.
Sunbro is now in the lead, along with Kawaii and
Oh.
Skip.
Hey. Interesting.
So there's
We're ahead
there's
for
there's a
minute.
second DQ, unfortunately.
So we'll be showing both DQs now. Just let me get rid
Stop
of
the results while we're still
Yeah.
in first.
this
I
again.
agree.
DQ blank. Let's move on to DQ number 2. I'm just going to put it on screen straight away. We've got Shadow's team, who only hold 80 to 100 degrees of pitch for 57 frames, not 60.
Oh man,
Which is
I
really
think we-
awful.
I think we give them a pass.
So,
I agree. We should.
They didn't do anything wrong.
Well, they did.
Yeah, but like, who cares?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like they're 30 seconds behind anyway.
Wow, that's brutal.
Gorny.
Okay, so that's how things are looking now. Now we have to figure out what a diagonal is.
No, we don't. We're watching the DQ.
All right, we get a little bit more
don't
time to
like-
figure out what a diagonal is.
Yeah, that's too complicated for me.
Diagonals sound really diagonal.
Complicated.
So yeah, we're going
I
back
think
at Mario
we said
Raceway
it.
again.
Okay.
So wait, hold on. Who made this?
This is Shadow, RavyX, and Zach, pronounced Gorny.
Ah, right. Yeah, this is very close. I'm getting excited.
And
So they try to get it here.
only 57
Damn.
frames there.
I'm surprised that even
Oh.
hit the requirement.
It didn't
for
even
that
look like
much.
it was
It looks-
at any
yeah.
amount of pitch.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And a real shame as
Yeah.
well, because Shadow was doing quite well that set.
He was.
Moving on, though, we've got the other DQ, and you won't believe they plagiarized our route again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, well, you'll see.
Going back to DK's Jungle Parkway, what are we gonna see?
Rainbow Sorbet once again.
can
We
ass-
don't have a valid run yet.
I think
Yeah.
this time.
This
you'll
time.
do.
So the reason they DQ here is they respawn. They weren't allowed to respawn. But they do something that our team kind of just didn't think about. Just because it says timing ends when you exit as Hannah the second time doesn't mean timing has to start on lap 1.
Right.
So they can just do a flap entry,
That's what they're gonna do on lap 2.
which
Or 3. They could
which
do it
could
on
save a
3.
little bit of time over us. Only, as previously said, they respawn.
What are they doing? Oh, okay, this is for fun.
I think this is all by Lurwum, by the way.
So this demonstrates the old method of doing DKJP backwards streamless. Just that they barely don't perform it because it is just so hard to do it with the boat.
Here we go.
We're grinding into the lap.
Really cool.
Nice action there. Drifting the opposite way to get that mini turbo.
And then look at that entry!
Ooh, super clean entry into the cannon.
And then here we go, they can just do this no stop. But then,
That
instead of
bullet light.
clipping, this is the old way of doing it. They have to go along the boat, and because of EV, they don't make it across.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
close.
negative by EV. Gravity strikes again.
So really, really unfortunate.
What are they doing?
I don't know what this is. Oh, is he doing the police
Go back
strat?
to the start?
No.
No.
No, okay.
So I just saw a really important question in the chat. We gotta know, is a taco a sandwich?
No.
Let's not.
Yeah.
I think a taco is its own category.
Here's a better
say
question.
it's a
Is a
sandwich.
lasagna a
I
sandwich?
think a taco legally is.
Or
No.
even better than that, is a ravioli a sandwich?
Yeah, I would say so.
No, because it's fully enclosed.
Come back later for food talk with Vabold.
I'd say a sandwich could be fully enclosed.
You may have to time travel back 4 years, though, because it's not actually later, it's earlier.
Is
Oh.
a taco a sandwich?
Yeah, so there,
So,
that's the columns. Time to
have
do an
another thing to
intermission.
add.
While
Yeah,
while I change this stuff, I need you guys to try and figure out what this diagonal thing is.
Yeah, actually, I have something to add for our column run.
Mhm.
My teammates actually theorized the KC backwards or reverse ultra. They just didn't find a way to actually do it. It looked nothing like what Sumbro's team did.
Yeah.
So we almost had like the fastest strats for that as well.
It's crazy that that strat was found by 3 Tazers that like 2 years ago nobody in the community would have known about.
Which
It
ones?
took so long to find that.
Oh, that. Yeah.
the- yeah.
Yeah. KC reverse ultra. Yeah. I mean, hey, it's just
It took
it's a new
so much
generation.
work. Like it was so hard because you basically bounce off the ocean, and you have to bounce over the out of bounds while losing speed from the out of bounds. It's like awful.
That's crazy. Summer finding new strats on Casey. Yeah, Summer just can't help it.
I guess I like.
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh, I just got an ad. Nice.
Quick time.
Sick.
I think I think a diagonal might be a Mexican style sandwich like a taco. That might be why he brought it up.
Oh,
Because
right.
guy like, I don't know, said,
They've been saying a lot of things that I haven't been fully understanding within the context of the stream.
I don't know. They said Koro, please. That's a new one, by the way. I gotta add it to the list.
Why do you keep track of these?
Typos are very important to me.
Some bro randomly said he found something and presented it. That sounds about right.
I like the Marvis typos. Those are good. Marmus. Mobus, which is like
Marbo.
the British spelling.
This.
Yeah.
Wait, I have to run the batch file again.
Of course, there's Marcus.
Alright. Back. Here we
Sometimes my phone
go.
autocorrects
We are
to
ready.
Marcus.
Dialogue that Lucen and Sumbro have in the chat.
We
I
are
haven't really
ready.
been paying too much
We are ready,
attention to
guys.
I mean, I'll like platonically marry to be evil,
those.
but like platonically.
Do we
you know?
have any idea on what a diagonal is yet?
No.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna
Pass.
show the bingo. Okay? So if we
Show
look
the
at
bingo.
if we look at the corners, see how it says D1 and D2 and D1 and D2? So if you follow
No.
from the first D1
It
in the
hasn't
top
updated.
left, if you follow the D1 from the top left down to the D1 in the bottom right, and look at those
You
like
make a straight.
a
And you make a
straight
straight
line?
line
a straight line
from point A to point B.
from point A to point B.
You can do that?
Yeah, you can. It's insane. The corners. You use the corners,
Wait.
not the edges. So
Oh,
a
so-
diagonal is like
so
it's
a
like a
diagonal-
line, but you use corners.
So you have the four corners, and that's what the diagonal is.
No.
So the diagonals are using every row and column technically.
Yes. So D1 is tracklist E, hold RFH for 2 seconds, no glitches. You may use up to 2 mushrooms, and you must respawn at least once. Whereas diagonal
And
2
no glitches.
is you must use a light character, tracklist D, no glitches. Timing ends after exiting a counter twice, and reach 122 XYZ speed on 2 consecutive frames.
So either way, it's no glitches allowed.
Correct. So this is the slow line.
Yeah.
But wait, what's diagonal 3?
There is no diagonal 3. So the those of you who realized, Sunburst team name was column 1, row 3,
Which you can't
row
use,
4,
which you
diagonal
also can't
3.
use.
So you can't use doesn't exist.
Yeah.
All right. So starting us off, are we ready? Are we finally gonna have every
Yep.
team get this right?
I mean, I don't know.
The answer is no.
I mean, I mean, it makes sense. People don't know what a diagonal is.
So in 8th place, with a time of 103.867, using diagonal 1, is Cheezel, Ivono, and Alix.
Hey, Curio, you should do nothing to the stream overlay. It's perfect right now.
I think I remember this run being quite a painful watch. I think.
It's not very
Hey,
nice.
hey, that's not nice.
Hey, we actually don't need to change because we're still on this.
Well, I'll explain. Because while watching this yesterday, watching lap 1 made me think it was a lap 2 run, but I think it's a lap 1.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
lap
Yeah.
1, so they have to, as a reminder, bingo board, diagonal 1, they have to do 2 seconds of RFH, they use 2 mushrooms, and they have to respawn once. Just quick reminder.
Okay. This seems like it won't take too long.
That's 1 mushroom.
It's the first one. What are they?
So yeah, this on lap 1.
There's some RFH.
Some of it, yeah.
They're really trying.
They're not getting it.
No. They're missing
I
a
don't
lot of
think they're out.
opportunities, though.
Yeah. Oh. What? Why?
Bro.
Why are they doing it like that?
Like, if they just, like, slowed down, they could get it on these like, they missed there.
No, they were so close.
And here?
No.
Nope.
Oh, they can do this? There we go.
Oh, okay,
And
now
yeah,
we
2
got
seconds. Now they've got it. Now they just have to finish the lap.
Now they have to. Now they. Oh, okay.
Oh, and
they
respawn, of
also
course. They still have to respawn.
Yeah.
And they've used their 2 mushrooms, so they can't use this last one.
You came back for the best run. I think that's right. Were they not allowed to use those?
No, they could only use 2 mushrooms.
Oh, okay. I think they used them in the perfect spots.
Almost
Yeah,
at the off-road there.
One's to recover from off-road, and the second to also recover from off-road, I think.
There we go, 103. Congrats.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Yay.
go out on a limb and say that there is some room for improvement.
There were 15
Possibly.
seconds of room for improvement.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's cutting off
there was,
14.8 seconds
No way.
with a time of 49.000.
Awesome.
Damn, I thought it was
Using
001.
diagonal 2 is core. Core doesn't get lost.
Yeah.
Core's going places in the world now.
So once again, let's just do a quick checkup. Quick checkup.
Why did they use bullet bike for the previous run?
Because they felt like it.
That I mean.
Did they have to use a lightweight or
No, they didn't. They do now. So this diagonal, you have to use a lightweight. It's the double
Okay.
cannon thing again, and it's 122 XYZ.
Okay.
Now we're going to Rainbow Road, which has a cannon.
That is true. We did see some Rainbow Road earlier. Oh yeah, also the thing, I actually don't entirely know what happened with the thing that happened earlier with the, like, clipping underneath the road or whatever, because, like, the stream lagged in the middle of it. So
Yeah.
not only was I not reacting to
Exactly what you thought it would look like. Oh, wait,
but
hang
I
on.
also, like,
Hang
I
on.
also didn't react.
Hang on.
You could see it. Did you make a mistake?
Bingo board is in the way again.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. At least people get to see what the line is.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, reminder, lightweight, XYZ speed, which will happen from the cannon.
Also text.
Also text? Oh yeah, that's easy.
We need to make Task 10 Restream a category on speedrun.com at this rate.
Okay, so that's one cannon, and that's
There's
also
one
that's
cannon.
also the XYZ speed, so that's
Oh, wait,
sorted.
the run?
But now,
Oh, they're gonna go back to this. Well, I mean, they're gonna get the respawn, yeah.
and
Back. Cannon.
the timing ends when they land from this, and time.
Okay.
So what are they doing now? That was that you can't.
That's
go
their
back
run.
down that way. Well, you can,
Congrats.
but not the way you did it.
So, in 6th place, also cutting off almost 15 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Is
Um,
every run gonna do that?
No, it's the last one.
Oh.
And from here on out, we're going to be using the same track.
Okay.
So just get yourself familiar with Diagonal 1, because with a time of 34.567 is the Carson Show.
The Carson Show.
One
Let's
final
go.
time, Diagonal 1.
Nice. Let's
2
go.
seconds of
What's
rapid
the
fire
diagonal
hops, 2 mushrooms, 1 respawn.
Fun fact, Jello Puff. Carson wasn't even aware that their team name was the Carson Show, which I find pretty funny.
again? Oh. Were they aware of? Oh.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Let's watch this run. Going to Grumble Volcano.
Is it Nin Star Goran?
Okay, so
I
this is a
think
lap
so.
2 run, because you're allowed to do it on any lap. That's another thing that last place didn't pick up on.
Well, they didn't do a start slide, so I'm gonna assume that it's on that.
That will not help you later.
Oh. Well, that sucks. Task responsibly. Use start slides.
Hi,
Wade,
Wade.
how's it going?
So we're about to go into the flap setup here. So they can do this, and then lap starts. So now get 2 seconds of rapid fire hops, 2 mushrooms, 1 respawn.
They have 1 rapid fire hop so far. Oh, they got another one.
Much more
okay.
there.
Oh, okay, they got some more. Yeah. What is being shown on the milliseconds?
That is trick counter. Don't worry about that. We didn't end up needing it. So there's the 1 respawn. So they still need 50 more frames of rapid fire hop.
Which they will get some here.
And
Very close.
there we go.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
How
using
did they get it?
they
upon
got a
landing?
grounded hop from the trick, which allowed them to get a rapid fire hop.
Oh,
That's crazy.
that's interesting.
Because they
I
did a
didn't
double
notice
hop.
that.
So that same thing can happen if you release a mini turbo. You can do a double hop. So yeah, very nice. Very cutting it very close as
Yeah.
well.
Determine whether something is rapid fire.
So if it's no airtime, sorry, that's not true.
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry, yes it is. It is true. So if you hop on every other frame, the first hop doesn't count. It's only from the second hop onwards, because if you just hop once, that's not fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then every 2 frames, it adds 2 points to your score. As long as you.
I gotcha.
Yeah. There. So in 5th place, cutting off 24 frames, so 0.4 seconds, with a time of 34.167, is 315C Rogue and Tactical.
Nice.
Yay.
Yippee!
We didn't have to hear the long name this time.
Yeah, and last time.
Yeah, I refrained.
Oh, okay. That's right. I like the hops that they're doing.
Me too.
This is some very good driving.
That's right, yeah. They should do the lava respawn on lap 1 before the TAS starts.
Almost hit the fire.
They live on the edge. And in the off-road.
Hallucinate is dabbing in chat.
That's good. Alright.
Alright.
Flap
So
setup.
they're going to enter lap eventually, but let's see,
Are
what
they
are they
gonna
waiting
delay it
for?
for- I think they were gonna get the low trick off of that. I mean, that's my guess, knowing TASs of this track. They're gonna get the low trick off of the crumble rock.
And
The
enter lap
grumble.
and rapid fire
Oh.
hops.
Oh, they also do some rapid fire, yeah. They do get the low trick, but it's not as low as you can get.
Well, they needed to make it a little higher so they could get the rapid fire hops, but that is
yeah.
still lower than the average trick, so it's a good time
Yeah.
save.
That is time save.
Interesting lanes here, but it is tight, so it doesn't really matter.
Interesting shroomies. Oh, very low rapid fire trick.
There we go.
They went super close to the rock there.
So interestingly, the shroom they used there in the cave is actually the 4th best shroom spot.
And they're just barely getting the rapid fire.
And the 5th best is right
Pretty
here.
good overall.
Yeah, there you go. It's
But
just,
we can do better.
yeah.
Are their lines crisp?
In 4th place, cutting off 26 frames, with a time of 33.733, sub 34, congrats, is Rulers. So unfortunately,
So
they
won't be
didn't
getting
they
first.
didn't beat everyone by 40 seconds.
Unfortunate.
And let's see the conclusion to this Commands trilogy,
Unfortunately.
or rather the
Called
first
Rulers
one.
did not get
The
a
first one,
third
actually,
fourth
yeah.
time.
So
Rig.
here's the story. First, they rig the competition, then they submit their run, then they end the task.
Rig. Oh, yeah.
We did it backwards, I think.
Not a command on the bot.
It actually is.
You don't know that.
I tried using that.
Yeah, it doesn't allow you. Trust.
It is 777, but it's frame based, so it's different.
Yeah.
So did they lose time because of that?
No, they gain time actually.
Oh, okay. That's good. It's also going to be a disqualification.
Yeah, so that was a start slide, and this is not where they are driving, so... I told you.
Yeah, the lap time is 777 though. You're right.
Fun fact, one of my team's runs had a 777 as well, but then we got rid of it because time matters.
That's true.
No, it doesn't. I think
Wasn't
you
that
should
fun
have
of a fact, though? I think it was
777.
just a fact. Alright, I think they're gonna wait for the same thing.
For whatever
Yeah, we
reason,
saw
they're
that.
doing a mini turbo. I don't quite understand, because like you don't need a mini turbo there to do this. There we go. So that's a little
Oh,
better.
there
But
we
now
go.
they don't
Super
have
low
rapid
turbo.
fire hops, so they're gonna have to lose a little bit of time later.
That's fine. Maybe they'll make it faster. They got some rapid fire there on that ramp.
So where else can they get rapid fire hops?
Solid lines there.
A little better.
Slip.
Not quite as clean
More
as Tactical's
traditional
driving, but still probably more
Very nice.
optimal.
Slow trick. Gonna do lava respawn. Doing it without wheeling.
Very good.
So that's a lot lower than wheeling, yep.
With the TF.
Yeah.
And then
Where's
here
the
comes the
rapid
rapid fire hops.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. No, don't go into the fire. Oh.
No, Funky Kong.
Funky
Oh,
got his
no.
toes wet.
Oh,
You can't do that.
Funky got his bike burnt to a crisp.
So,
I grabbed him and shoved
we
him.
can't have a task comp task without some nice small time cuts. So how about in third place, cutting off 3 frames
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
with a time of 33.683 is column 1, row 4, diagonal 3.
It's not the smallest time cut we've had in this competition. It's not even the smallest time cut we've had on this track in this competition.
So that means if Kyrio's team only beats them by 2 frames, they still win.
Yeah.
I think.
True.
That is true. It shows how close this is.
And they can also tie if it's 3 frames
Yeah.
faster.
That's true.
This run is
Or
on
they
lap
could
2,
win
not lap 1.
if it's 4 or more frames.
It's okay. Mr. Stream forgot.
You're not
Just
allowed to
assume the
forget.
gender
That's
of
illegal.
Mr. Stream.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
I guess it's your stream, so I guess you make up the rules.
They don't want to do the task anymore. Oh, no, never mind. They changed their mind.
They just chilling with the fire snake. He's a homie.
We're going. Where are they going? Oh, they're watching the rock fall down. See, this is how you start the
What does that mean?
the flip trick.
Here we go.
And that's how you do it.
Getting more rapid fire hop there.
And then
Oh,
Shroom
yeah.
here. Not quite getting the bounce on that turn, though. But it's okay, because they got good
Very
driving
clean
elsewhere. Nice tight lines.
Super
Little
tight,
wide
actually.
there. Though I am nitpicking here because I've tasked this track before. But nice
they're
extra
definitely
rapid fire
doing a little
hops
bit
there.
of wide in this area. Yeah, they do get that extra.
And this is such a clean run.
We're gonna have to see some more here, though.
And they
Right
got
there.
4 to go, and there we go.
And there it is.
33-7.
Off the last ramp.
Yay.
More rapid fire. Oh, the barrel roll. They're doing a little bit of attack.
He's doing a wheelie 360 dance or whatever.
I think.
Just like driving around the track and then wheeling count as a wheelie 360.
Is it a wall flip?
Maybe.
Like, when
I
does
don't
the
know.
360 start?
I don't know. It doesn't explain.
From the start of the run to the end of the run.
I like how you got 222.
There's not apparently faster, yeah.
Are you just like obsessed with that wall clip?
222. Is that foreshadowing?
Incredibly fun time of having to do.
That's true.
Is that
AGC
foreshadowing?
to the
Alright,
comparison.
so what did we say?
Yeah, that's true.
So if we beat them by how much we tie?
Well,
3 frames to tie. More than 3 frames, you guys win. Less than 3, they win. Unless whoever gets first does a crazy. Whoever's
Well,
left
no,
does a
we-
crazy thing.
Haven't we already? Because it was 3 frames difference already. So now we are tied.
Actually, the only teams remaining are DQs.
But
right?
anyway, in second place, cutting off 4 frames with a
Oh.
time of 33.617
Well, we know what happens.
is Shadow, Zaxi3, and RavyX.
Wait a second.
Okay. So
They
this
win?
this yeah, technically, because their time is lower since one of their runs doesn't work.
I think that's a valid approach.
I agree.
That's just ingenuity.
Actually, if my team has 0 valid runs, does that make our time 0 seconds?
yes.
Yeah.
This is why Vivol.
Oh, start
has
slide. Are they
all
doing it on lap 1? Let's find out.
That was not. Okay.
Probably
I don't
not,
think that
no.
they are winning.
I don't think so.
Probably just a habit to do a start slide.
I mean, I knew the answer because I have it written down, but I was just being funny.
Oh. It worked.
Well, I think you
Maybe.
are.
Probably not.
I was.
Although saying that I was just being funny ruins the funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was honestly funnier than the thing that you actually meant to be funny with.
So let's see. Lap 2.
You're
Now
not
waiting for the
Rapid
rock
fire.
response.
More rapid fire. Look how many
Oh,
frames
yeah.
they've got.
Rapid fire
But they did lose
through-
some speed when they ejected, so possibly they held it too long.
So how is this faster?
Well, we'll find out.
What? Okay, now I'm confused. What are they doing?
Well, I mean, who says you have to respawn at the rock hop?
No
Well,
one.
that's a good point. Oh, doing the cut here, going into the lavas, and then they just respawn here. Yeah. Yeah, that'll
That's
do it.
right.
Oh no!
So, with that in mind, and all that driving shown, in first place, cutting off 55 frames.
Oh,
It's us and your team actually DQs as well.
that's right.
With a time of 32.700 is Kaizo.
Well, there you have it.
Congratulations on your placement. I think it was first. I'm not really sure what happened this stream. I'm almost positive it was like slower the exact moment that I stopped speaking loosened.
Alright, take a look at my crisp lines that I did.
Also, I never did a
I
commute.
like how you cut out as you were saying that.
Did I?
Yeah, right when you said stop speak, and you like cut out.
These lines are me driving RTA.
Wow, I can't believe
My
you
lines-
won
my lines
while
are
when
close.
doing it RTA, because lap 1 is your run, right?
Yeah.
Lap 1's your run.
Oh no, I missed the angle. It's less crisp now.
Oh no.
Oh, I missed the low trick. No, it's okay. We can just
That's gonna be a
I slow down, contemplate how bad that driving was, and just get going.
Here we go. Optimal lap entry.
4
I think it's
frames,
gonna be rapid fire.
48 frames,
Yeah, there we go.
completely top speed when we eject. Really good lines.
Nice.
Rapid fire hop there. Good lines here.
Perfectly whipped.
Tight.
Really nice.
More
Double
frames of
MP.
rapid fire hops. Good tight lines here ish. This was a bit rushed on the last day. But then the important part.
Clean right side. Doing the respawn. Getting as early of a respawn as possible if you see that lap.
And
completion
wiggle
there.
strat to finish.
And then wiggle strat, yeah, getting
Solid.
that last couple of milliseconds, even though it literally does not matter because it's frame based.
Yeah.
I mean, you could save a whole frame. If
Could
you
technically,
do it.
but unlikely.
Yeah.
Well,
So, okay.
before I reveal the
Very
results,
nice.
I suppose I'll show the last
Congratulations.
run, which, once again, you're caught plagiarizing, because it's exactly the same route for the 3rd time in a row.
What did they mess up this time?
What did they mess up this time? So, first of all, they didn't get 120 frames of RFH, and second of all, they wall clipped when it was meant to be no glitches. And to clear
Yeah,
up
they hit a
confusion,
wall, which is-
for people who have may have asked about the rock hop, that was not banned in the no glitches, even though it is not no glitch. It wasn't no glitches, so rock hop's allowed.
Right.
Ah, yes.
So I think police worked on this a bit, and Lurwum did a bunch. But again, ran out of time.
Because that's the only explanation. I don't think we can let that fly.
Oh, wrong DQ. Hang on. Wait, what? Hang on. I gotta pause. I haven't got the text. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Haters, that's right.
Is that sick angle of Funky Kong?
Here we go. DQ text 4. There we go. Everyone should be happy now.
Okay, here we go. Nice lapping.
They enter with
All right.
18, so they need to be on 138 when they finish.
That's right.
And they also need to not walk lip.
They won't.
They would never walk.
I think this was done pretty fast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what?
Yeah.
So
I
100
think
more
Lurwum
frames.
was just trying to get
Oh,
runs
there's a
done.
wall clip. That's
Oh, the wall
DQ already, but they're not at
It didn't even matter
138.
anyway.
So, unfortunately,
Great ideas, just yeah.
Just not
that's DQ.
completing the task.
Yeah.
But that means we are now
We
at
were on the right track
update.
though.
You were on the right track almost every time.
Yeah.
Just needed to do
Wait,
it.
since you copied our working and we got one of the questions wrong, you didn't do KC.
He'll fall out of the bike suit.
Yeah, we didn't do KC, but
You should have copied off Sunbro.
they tried. Yeah.
I don't think you can be blamed for not doing that KC strat.
No one can be blamed except Sunbro, because he found it.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
true.
blame Stumbro for finding that because I wouldn't have done that.
I do blame myself for finding that because that's like so awful. Like oh my
So,
God.
what does that
So hard.
mean for the results? Well,
I think it means
I think we know who won.
we know who won, but what are the
but
others?
what does that do
What do
to
the
the rest?
others look like? Well,
Are we suddenly a valid submission?
uh,
Oh,
You were
So,
about to mention when you only had
in
two
seventh
DQs,
place,
two negatives,
so
one
Chizel,
Yeah.
Ivono, and Alex 219. In sixth place, Solo Submitter Core with 214. Unbelievable. That's just amazing. Fifth place,
Yeah.
The Carson Show 151. Fourth place is Rulers 125. Then equally around that same time is Shadow's DQ team with also a 125. In third place, Rogulus with 122. Then you've got Rainbow Sorbet DQ at 117. In second place, Sombro, Kawe, and Skip at 109. And first place is Kaizo with a 108. So put all the strats together, and you could probably get a 104 or a 103.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is a command. We are telling you guys to do that.
why the team name? I don't know. We didn't have a team name, but I think police wanted it to be a very fun task or something because he didn't find it fun.
As for the next task, we're gonna.
But
be
then
doing
I
the
was just
same
like,
thing, but you have
Rainbow
to do a
Sorbet.
blackout of the bingo board.
So enough of the update. Enough of
Set score.
task. Enough of that task. We're going to reveal to Jello what the next task is.
Oh, why
Yeah.
me
Yep.
specifically? There might be
Everyone
people
else knows.
that don't know.
So, task 11. Next task. Woo! So, it's quite a fun task. So, in the history of Task Comp, there have
believe
been
you.
2 tasks with the theme, The Floor is Lava.
Oh, okay.
But now we bring it back with a twist. What if it wasn't clear whether you could complete the lap without touching the ground? What if you had to figure out how to complete the lap and the task was based on how well you could do to do that?
So is this like a round 3 type thing?
So,
I won the last type of that.
Task 11, 2025, on Jungle Jamble.
Harbor Freight? No.
On
this
Jungle
is not
Jamble,
the
starting on the railing, complete as
Yeah.
much as lap 1 as possible without touching the ground. Your placing is determined by how far you can get by the time you either touch the ground, get counted out of bounds, or complete the lap. And if you complete the lap, then your placement is based on your time. So here is the task. Task title is No Touching Grass because it is a grass track, and so, of course, because it's green, the twist is you have to use a green character.
Okay.
So that means
So it's
Baby
like
Luigi,
grass.
Baby
and with the
Luigi,
other four
Luigi,
on
and
the same
Yoshi.
time.
What if I just use a texture
I
hack?
had suggested that they add green me, but that's just stupid.
Well, can Lurwum use his what was it? He has like a link
Yes,
texture hack
because
for
the
Funky
actual
Kong.
task message isn't using a green character. That's just to make it shorter on this stream. But that's the idea. And the results video will be
Yeah.
done using a green character anyway, so it'll be fine.
Okay, so
Interesting.
Lurwum can cheat. Nice.
No, we're not allowed to rig these tasks in favor of
So,
contestants.
now what you've been waiting for is the set scores.
Yeah.
Second, maybe, probably.
Or
about
third, or first, or 19th.
Probably not first.
So-
Unless I did get
19.
first, but I don't think I got first.
We're going to have
Probably got
nothing
second or
on
third.
screen. It's just going to be us and MKWii TASCOM 2025.
Oh gosh.
So, I'm going
Oh, and we're
to
going in the score channel.
TASCOM stats sheet.
Yeah.
Let's go to the text. So, we're going to start at... What placing do you want me to start at? Let's start
Last
at 11th. So in
11th.
11th,
11th.
with 99 points, is Shadow. In 10th,
Oh.
with 100 points, is Koei Deloro. In 9th,
Hey.
with 109.9 points, is Skip.
Yo,
In
nice.
8th, with 111.7 points, is 315C. In 7th,
Sick.
with 114.2 points, is Lurwim. And now for
Wow, you
the
still got-
closest
wow.
ever top 6 in TASCOM set score history.
Oh.
In 6th place, with 152.7 points, at the end of the last task they were in the lead, it's Police.
Oh wow. Police getting 6th.
In
Interesting.
5th place, with 156.4 points, is Cesar. In 4th place, with 166.3 points, is Sombro.
Oh.
Oh.
In 3rd
White
place,
dick.
with 168.1 points, is Kai MK. In 2nd, with 168.7 points, is myself. And in 1st,
Wow.
with 172.6 points, is Hallucinate.
How?
Congratulations, Listen.
How is
Nicely
that possible?
So here's the top 20, just in summary. I'm going to put it on the update.
Damn it, we should have gone to our to BC3 and only
Let's go, Kai. You did it.
There you go.
said like the top 3 after every lap.
You've done it once again.
We got some set winners.
So yeah, first, Hallucinate won Tusk 6. Second, I won Tusk 7 and 10. Kai won Tusk 10. Sombro won 7 and 8. Cesar won 10. Police won 9. And then that's it. So yeah, top 6 all won at least one Tusk. That's insane.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So yeah, by far, I think this is one of my favorite set results. And just because we can, since we're at the end of a set, we can see what the update to the year score is. And this is actually somehow even closer. So, starting again, we're going to go all the way down to the first person who has 100 points. So 19th, with 100.2 points, is Tactical. 101.8 is Rogue. 107.5 is Koei Deloro. 119.8 is Alex. 129.8 is Zaxi3. 132.1 is Core. 152.3 is Blunard. 153.6 is Skip. 165.7 is Dash. 167.3 is Marvis. 183.9 is Shadow. 224.8 is 315C. 258.8 is Cesar. 266.0 is Lurwim. Then in fifth, 312.9 is Kai. In fourth, 339.7 is Hallucinate. In third, 339.9 is Sombro. So only a fifth of a point separating third and fourth.
Wow.
In second, with 341.6, so only another 2 points, is myself. And currently winning the year, only 4 points ahead of that, is Police.
Wow, super close. Who's gonna be able to take it all?
This is the top 20 for the year so far.
Maybe Core. But is it gonna be Core though?
This
We're
is
gonna win.
it's his top 20 so far.
Is Core in the top 20?
Yes, he's 14th.
He might win.
He could get top 10.
I think Jello will win.
I think I got this.
Yeah, Police. Winning
I don't
so
have
far.
my computer yet, but when I do,
We still got 3
just-
more sets though, so as we saw last year, things can change.
Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna get second for the year. It's my goal.
That's
You
a
will.
very good goal to strive for.
Thank you.
So yeah, that is it for TAS 10 stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you all the commentators for helping me through this. Thank you the hosts for hosting the task. And also for not quite giving Cesar enough information so that I could be the one to do this. And of course to Cesar for doing an amazing job yesterday.
Yes.
And I have to give credit to Kai, MVP of the task, for carrying our team to first. So yeah, thank you
Great
everyone.
job, Kai.
And we'll see
Have a
you
good
all
night, everyone.
in 2
Bye.
weeks on either Dash or Cesar's Twitch.